Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm testing the Optiscaler Frame Generation mod on the GTX 1660 Super. We'll be comparing native gameplay versus the FG mod, and also checking out how the mod performs during actual gameplay. And by the way, quick note, installation is super easy. Just copy and paste the files into your game directory. For the full step-by-step guide, make sure to check out my last video. Now let's dive into the benchmarks. So here I'm running the game at 1080p with optimized settings and the frame generation FG mod enabled. There's a slight HUD flickering issue, but that's because I'm using the FG HUD fix set to limit 2. It should be on limit 1 for minimal flickering. With that adjustment, it's totally playable and the flicker is barely noticeable. Also, make sure to use FSR 3.x as the upscaler and enable all the FG options I've ticked. You can customize them if you want, but for testing and average gameplay, this setup works really well.
Let's go, boy. Yep. Okay, there. Get back. Yeah. Yeah. Almost there. Shit!
Well, while playing the game, I actually caught a bug or glitch. Whoa. The sharpening looked really bad and weird. Nah. But yeah, it is what it is. You gotta face some issues sometimes. Still, it's a pretty good mod, especially for budget or low-end GPUs. It actually boosts the frames quite a bit while keeping the visuals looking nice overall. Honestly, it's currently the best mod to upgrade your setup with the new FG and FSR tech, even on older GPUs. So yep, thumbs up from me. So here in The Last of Us Part 2, I'm playing at 1080p on high settings with the frame generation mod turned on. Just a quick tip, I recommend not turning on the HUD in this game, especially when mod enabled. It crashes from what I've observed. Here you can see it's crashed when I clicked on FG HUD fix.
I smiled at him once. 드디어 언제 사라지나 했네.
That's what I'm talking about. That guy nearly hit somebody. I better do something.
So here in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, I personally do not recommend using the Optiscaler mod. The game already has an FG mod that's better suited for entry-level GPUs. Plus, I experienced frequent crashes while playing with the Optiscaler mod. So overall, I don't recommend it for Spider-Man 2. Other than that, the game runs okay.
Excuse me?
And here is little gameplay of the original FSR and FG2. I tested the game's integrated FG from game settings, and personally, it looks better. No visual artifacts, no UI flickering issues, and the FPS is almost the same.
Stalker, wait! I'm serious! I need some help!
Finally, S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is here. It already comes with built-in frame generation, so it runs pretty well out of the box, even without any mods. But here's where it gets interesting. The Optiscaler FG mod adds the latest FSR features, even for older GPUs. I'm currently testing it on my GTX 660 Super, running at 1080p on low settings with the mod enabled. So far, performance is impressive. I'll be pushing it further soon, testing on high settings to really see what this mod can do. Excited to see how much more juice I can squeeze out of this card. Haha.
Stalker, wait! I'm serious! I need some help!
Alright, so I'm in Stalker 2 right now, running it on high settings with the Optiscaler FG mod. And yeah, it's actually holding up pretty well on the GTX 660 Super. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a few hiccups, maybe some stuttering or artifacts, but so far, nah, it's smooth. The visuals are way cleaner than on low, textures pop more, shadows look decent, and overall, it feels solid. I've been walking through a couple of denser areas and still no major drops or weird glitches. I mean, for a 1660S, this is kinda wild.
Come take a look.
Alright, so here in Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, something kinda awkward I noticed. The benchmark mode actually gives lower FPS than real gameplay. Yeah, weird, right? So I'm running the game at 1080p on high settings with Optiscaler mod here. Now let me just say this straight up. Do not use the Optiscaler mod in this game. Not worth it. The game already has its own frame generation system integrated, and honestly, the mod just causes many crashes during gameplay.
Why did they die here? What happened to them?
Aloy! Aloy! Are you down
He
there?
found me. Ross found me.
Aloy!
Down here. I'm coming. I'm coming. I know.
Alright, here's the gameplay with the original integrated frame generation. And yeah, it looks solid. Really smooth and definitely more stable compared to the FG mod. I'd say it's the better option, no doubt.
See this plant over here? It's called salve brush. Come, gather its berries in your pouch. Good. Now eat the berries.
Blech.
They may taste bitter, but they could save your life. Always keep your pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nor tribe watches these lands and keeps out the most dangerous machines, usually. Aloy, I'm trying to teach you. Further downriver, we'll find a herd of machines.
So, in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I've been having some issues with the dxgi.dll files not working. So for now, I'm rolling with the Optiscaler original DLL, meaning the mod will work, but you won't get the menu options. It'll just be automatically enabled through the DLL files themselves. Now, that's my experience, but who knows, for you guys, it might be different. In my case, DXGI is working fine with my GTX 1650, so it could be worth trying if you're using something similar.
How about moving your arse a bit and getting to it?
Ah, shit! Oh, my shoulder. Oh, this bastard's hard work. You can't be in the ground soon enough.
Later, when Rigby...
Alright, so in MindsEye, I'm running some tests at 1080p on low settings with the Optiscaler FG mod enabled, and I gotta say, the performance is actually pretty decent. Definitely better than I expected, honestly. Frame rates are pretty stable, no major hiccups. Now there are a couple of things to keep in mind. There's this annoying HUD UI issue. If you're seeing weird behavior with the UI, what you want to do is set the FG HUD UI to about 5 or 6. That'll help smooth things out and make it more stable overall. I'll go more in depth with this in the actual gameplay later on, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you're testing out the mod, that's a quick tip for you. It's solid, just gotta tweak a couple of settings here and there.
I've got Seb, we're on our way.
These robots aren't responding to instructions, so they need to be deactivated immediately. Use the gun you were just issued.
Not a problem.
Let me know when it's done.
I gotta say, this is not a good first day. What the hell are they doing? Whatever it is, I'm stopping it. Right now. Something super weird about this. I'm finding cover. Getting to use your gun on the first day. These are the SM-1s, the workhorse of the Silver Ranger's bot. Override and systems normal. Abnormality absorbed. That was kind of sad to watch, Jake. I can't see Rigby being impressed if I'm not.
So a conclusion. For a card like the GTX 1660 Super, which never had access to DLSS 3 or native frame generation, seeing smooth 80 to 90 FPS motion with a simple mod is genuinely impressive. No, it doesn't boost real performance. You're still rendering the same number of frames, but the experience feels noticeably better in the right scenarios. Input latency does go up, and it's not a fit for competitive games. But if you're playing slower-paced cinematic titles and just want smoother motion without buying a new GPU, this mod actually delivers. It's a clever workaround, not a miracle fix, but for older hardware, it's a smart way to stretch life out of the system. Respect to the devs behind lossless scaling. This kind of tool shows how software can keep aging cards relevant, even years after release.